What's up, Taiwan? Good evening. I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. China's President Xi Jinping says he is willing to mediate between Russia and Ukraine. In a video call with German Chancellor Scholz and French President Macron on Tuesday, Xi expressed support for diplomatic solutions to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Xi also called for maximum restraint to prevent the war from spiraling out of control. This is the strongest statement China has made since the Russian invasion of Ukraine began. China has refused to condemn Russia's aggression and has referred to Western sanctions as illegal. The director of the United States Central Intelligence Agency says he believes that the Chinese leadership is unsettled by how the Russian invasion of Ukraine has driven Europe and America much closer together. The West has come together to strike hard at Russia's economy. Beijing has said sanctions aren't the answer and blamed Washington and its allies for provoking the conflict. On Tuesday, CIA Director William Burns gave his assessment to an annual Congress Intelligence Committee meeting.
I think the President Xi and the Chinese leadership are a little bit unsettled by what they're seeing in Ukraine. They did not anticipate the significant difficulties the Russians were going to run into. I think they're unsettled by the reputational damage that can come by their close association with President Putin, second by the economic consequences.
Taiwan's reserve forces are gearing up for 2 weeks of training in a new regime designed to improve the country's combat readiness. This comes as 5 warplanes from China entered Taiwan's air defense zone on Tuesday, and as the country seeks to toughen its defenses. Jaime Ocon reports.
It's being called the toughest military camp in Taiwan's history. Over the next 3 days, these reservists will be hiking 22 kilometers while carrying weapons and other equipment. All part of Taiwan's efforts to bolster its defense capabilities, with reserve forces training extended from a week to 14 days.
我们也会安排在行军的过程当中有各种状况的处置，所以我们先把这个体能适应方面，先让我们的训员都能够体会。
More than 15,000 reservists will undergo this intensified training program. Taiwan hopes that a more rigorous combat regimen will help prepare the country's forces as pressure from China grows. On Tuesday, China sent 5 warplanes into the southwestern corner of Taiwan's air defense identification zone. They included 1 radar plane and 4 advanced fighter jets. So far this year, Taiwan has seen 49 days of Chinese incursions, with more than 220 military planes entering its air defense zone. As Taiwan seeks to improve its forces on land, sea, and in the air, it hopes to deter any form of conflict with its larger neighbor across the Taiwan Strait. Rick Yi and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's President Tsai welcomed Belize's Prime Minister to the presidential office on Wednesday. John Briceño was presented with a state honor for his role in helping to strengthen ties between Belize and Taiwan. Belize is one of Taiwan's 14 remaining official diplomatic allies. During the ceremony, Briceño expressed his support for Taiwan's international participation.
I proudly proclaim that we believe that the people of Taiwan have the right to live in peace as a nation fully recognized by the international community. We both have the right to live in peace with our neighbors and to participate in international organizations for the benefit of all mankind.
Taiwan's legislature has the highest percentage of female lawmakers in Asia. This year, it edged out lawmaking bodies in Singapore and South Korea with 42.5% women. TaiwanPlus's Rath Wong spoke to lawmakers from 3 different parties to find out whether Taiwan has done enough for gender equality.
When Lin Jingyi was elected to office in January, Taiwan's legislature became #1 in Asia for gender representation. But for the Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, lawmaker, 42.5% women is not enough.
50 and 50 is our goal in UN, but I think the number is one issue. The real policy and the real participation is another issue. For example, many Taiwanese women, they do not like to get married because they need to fathom the culture in traditional families. You need to obey your mother-in-law, you need to have children, you need to have a song. So I think the most important is how we could changing or encourage more different women to participate in culture changing, but encourage men to participate in culture changing to make real equality.
Ling is pushing for more representation outside of the legislature.
We encourage women to participate to our defense jobs. And we also have women members. But they are usually located in more, maybe we said, inner jobs, 内勤. They are fewer to be encouraged to really at the first line. Before, some issues that they say that protect them because maybe they will get pregnant. Actually, that is an equality.
Ling says that in the past there were also policies restricting women in diplomacy.
We changing that in 2007, and we really have encouraged the female ambassador. So we have very many more and more excellent female ambassador. For example, Xiao Meiqin.
Claire Wang, a lawmaker for the New Power Party, or NPP, has been using her position in the legislature to make Taiwan law more equal.
即便到现在，台湾社会仍然给予女性比较多的框架，像是刚刚提到的，是不是能够出差，你能不能专心工作，你结了婚生了小孩会不会就无心工作，以及说，结婚生小孩之后，家庭是不是责任就都在你身上等等。那过去我们在卫环委员会其实一直在推动的就是性别平等工作法的进步。那在上个会期其实刚通过的就是在于说，男性应该也要有陪产假，就是产检这件事情应该从怀孕开始，就是双方应该要一起来努力的，然后双方一起来照顾孩子的规划等等的部分，而不会是让女性单独去面对。
Wang is also tackling one of the most sensitive women's rights issues, abortion. Currently, women need the permission of their spouse if they are married, or their parents if they are not, to get an abortion.
最近正在提出来的是优生保健法里面，到底流产这件事情需不需要另外一半的同意？女性流产一定要经过男生的同意，其实也是加重，有可能变相的加重了女性的负担。像我们过去就有一些陈情案件，比如说她是单亲，甚至她是被家暴的妇女，她一旦怀孕，她又不能流产，那她又要同时假设她又要承担了家里的经济大任的话，其实对女性来说是非常辛苦的。
TaiwanPlus also spoke with legislator Wu Yiding from the opposition Kuomintang, or KMT, who was set to join the legislature's Education and Cultural Committee.
Traditionally, we think girls are not as good in science and math compared to boys. And they found out actually there's not much difference between boys and girls in terms of understanding math and science. So I think it's quite important in Taiwan's education to encourage girls to take more course in math, not be afraid of math at least, especially being the home of TSMC. I actually enjoy math a lot.
So as a former finance executive, how would you like to see the gender pay gap improve?
We actually pulled up a research from OECD. Among 42 countries, we actually ranked it 34, which is quite a bottom ranking. So it would be great if we can close this gap.
These lawmakers agree that there is still more to be done, but they are proud to lead the way in the region.
The female member in government of South Asia countries, she talked to me. Taiwan have a female president. It really encourage girls in their country. The girls are aware about, wow, so that is possible. We women are possible to become a leader of country. So I think a role model is really, Taiwan should be the role model in gender equality and human rights in our area.
Taiwan still has a ways to go to reach true gender parity in its legislature, but with the efforts made by women serving in the legislative body, equality is within reach. Klein Wang and Rath Wang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Erika Liu. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with images of the northern lights in Sweden. Take care and see you next time.